How to add registrant in GoToWebinar when user opt-in via form in systeme.io automatically. So systeme.io is an all-in-one marketing platform using which I have created a webinar registration form, and I want that whenever user submits that form, the same person should be created as a registrant in my webinar, which I have created using this GoToWebinar software. So if you also want to sync the data in between systeme.io and GoToWebinar, come with me and I will show you everything step by step. So this is my systeme.io account and this is the GoToWebinar account. Here you can notice I have scheduled a webinar on digital marketing importance, which is scheduled for 12th of July 2023, and this is the timing. This is just a 1 hour webinar, and for the same I have created a funnel into systeme.io with the name webinar only. Let me show you the same funnel. Here I have also added the form, and by filling out this form people can actually register for my webinar, and I want that if any user is submitting this form, the same user should be registered here for this particular webinar automatically, so that I don't need to manually copy the data from here and import it here. And in order to do that, I'll have to build an integration in this systeme.io application and this GoToWebinar application, and I am going to integrate these two applications with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software. I'm an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so you can notice I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test these kinds of amazing automation. Okay, now once you will reach to the dashboard, firstly click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and then provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. So I have provided, basically I have pasted the name as when user opt-in via form in systeme.io, then create registrant in GoToWebinar. Okay, now simply click on create, and after that you will notice 2 boxes. Okay, so these boxes are actually called as trigger and action. Okay, and here the trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Try to understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customer. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. Okay, according to our use case, whenever any new user submit the form in this systeme.io application, okay, I'll have to refresh it once again. Alright, so according to our use case, whenever any user submit the form which I have created using systeme.io application, then automatically add that user, automatically register that user into this GoToWebinar application. Okay, so in this way I am going to select both the applications in this trigger and the action window. Okay, and now the idea here is I am going to connect both the applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let us connect the systeme.io with the Pabbly Connect. So firstly I will select the trigger event, that is contact just subscribe to a form. Okay, so yes, I want the same, my use case is same, so I have selected the same trigger event. Now here you can notice it has provided us a webhook URL. So basically with the help of this URL only we are going to build this connection. Okay, so how you can do that? Basically you will have to follow these instructions very carefully. Okay, so simply copy this webhook URL, then go back to the systeme.io application, and whatever the funnel you have created, now you will have to set the automation rules. Okay, so let me click on this automation and then rules, and here I will define the rules. Okay, so simply click on this create button and firstly select the trigger event. So I want that funnel step form subscribed. Okay, you can even read the instruction occurs when a contact has just subscribed to a form. So yes, I want to perform the same. Remember we have even selected the same trigger event into our Pabbly Connect dashboard as well. Okay, so let me select the same. Now this particular trigger event should be happen in which particular funnel? Remember I have created a funnel with the name webinar, and in this funnel I have also created the funnel step with the name webinar on digital marketing. Okay, so I have selected the trigger event, and whenever this step trigger, what should be the next step, what should be the action? So basically it should send the data to the webhook URL. Okay, so I have selected the same action event, and where is the webhook URL? What should be the webhook URL? So we are going to paste the same webhook URL which we have received via Pabbly Connect. Okay, So I have defined my automation rule, which is actually required for connecting systeme.io and Pabbly Connect. And now onwards, what will happen? Every time this particular form is getting submitted, the data will be received via this particular webhook. Basically, it is going to send the data to this specific webhook URL, and we have the webhook URL here, and you can even notice that it is waiting for the webhook response. And you can also read the instructions that log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Okay, so basically it is asking to do a test submission or record, and here the test submission means contact should be subscribed to a form. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to open this particular funnel, this particular page in front of you, and then I am going to make a dummy submission in this form. You will have to assume that I am a user and I am actually interested in this webinar, so I am registering for this webinar. Okay, so the name of the person is going to be demo user. Yes, I will proceed with the dummy details only. The email address should be pabblytuts.com. Again, it is a dummy email address, demo@pabblytuts.com. Asking for the phone number, so again I am adding a 10-digit dummy phone number. I'm sorry, it should be 10-digit. Okay, clicking on register, and you will notice that as soon as the form is submitted, the details will be received via Pabbly Connect. Alright, I'll have to wait for this. And here you can see that in front of you the response is received, and if I will show you the details one by one, you will be able to notice that it is the same form details. Here we have the funnel step name as webinar on digital marketing. Here we have the details of the form submitter also, like the dummy phone number, the dummy name, the email address. We even have the form submission timing. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between systeme.io and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards, what will happen? Every time someone is going to, any contact is going to subscribe to a form, Pabbly Connect will instantly capture those form submission data, because this trigger will instantly capture new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. Okay, so the first step of our automation is done. Now I want to register this particular person automatically into my webinar, which I have created into this GoToWebinar application. So that is why I am going to select the same action event, and just like we have connected a Pabbly Connect and systeme.io, this time we are going to connect GoToWebinar with the Pabbly Connect. And for the connection, it is asking for the from time and the to time. Okay, so firstly click on this connect with the GoToWebinar button, and after that we will provide the timings. Now what these timings are actually, okay, here you can notice it is also asking that from time is required. Okay, so basically you will have to provide the timing of your webinar. So let me show you. Let me first take you to the dashboard of GoToWebinar. You can notice I have scheduled this webinar for 10 AM to 11 AM and for 12th of July. So I will have to mention the same date and time here, but the thing is it is asking the time into the UTC format, but currently it is showing me the timing into the IST format. So firstly I'll have to convert this timing from IST to UTC, and then I am going to save. I am going to add the same timing there. Okay, IST to UTC converter. Let us search any kind of converter. Alright, so how about I use this freeconvert.com? You can use any application, any free conversion application, and here I will define the same timing. Okay, so I have the date as 12th of July 2023 and timing as 10 AM to 11 AM IST. Okay, so let me select the same. Here I will define the timing as 10 AM. Alright, so you can notice that 10 AM timing is actually the 4:30 AM timing. Okay, so I am going to add the same timing here. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and firstly I am going to copy the exact format. You can also check that video for your help in case you have any doubt. Okay, so instead of 2020 it should be 2023 and July. Okay, for July I will add 07 and date was 12th of July. Okay, and in the timing I will add 4:30. Remember the timing which it has provided us was of 4:30 AM. Okay, so I have defined the same timing. Let me copy and paste the exact exact thing here, and instead of 4:30 here I will change the timing as 5:30, because remember our webinar was actually of 1 hour. Okay, so that is why I have defined the timing of 11 AM as 5:30. Okay, so now clicking on save, and this is how your GoToWebinar application will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. And because we are connected here, you can notice that in this drop down this webinar is visible here. It is the same webinar which I have created into my GoToWebinar application. Okay, now it is asking for the first name, the last name, the email address, city, and lot of other details in order to create a registrant. Okay, so I have collected only 3 important details, that is the name, email, and phone number. I do not have collected any other data, so I will provide the data only into the important fields. And the interesting thing is I don't need to manually copy this data and paste it here. I am going to map the data. Mapping is very simple. Click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Now you can easily search for your data. Well, the thing is I have captured the full name, not the first name and last name individually, so I won't be able to map the last name individually. Okay, so for now, at least for now, I will map the full name in the last name field. But what you can do is either you can collect the first name and last name separately, or you can do one more thing. You can add one more step before your GoToWebinar step, and with the help of split text, you can split this text with the help of a space. And what will happen, this demo and user will be splitted, and then further we can add the first name and last name values. But this is going to increase our one more step, so I would like to avoid that step. So how about I add the full name here only, just to show you how things can be done. Okay, asking for the email address, so again I'm going to map the same. All right, I have searched for that, and you must be thinking that what is this mapping. So whatever the details I am mapping here in these fields, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time in next time. Yes, every time a new form submission is received in Pabbly Connect dashboard, that new form submission data will replace these existing values. That is why I have specifically mapped this data. If you will provide any value manually here, that detail will remain same for every single entry. Okay, so that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Okay, so I think I have provided all the important details. Now I am going to click on that button, but before that let me show you. Currently I have 0 registrants. Okay, currently I have actually one registrant into my webinar, and here we have the person name as test user. So I am going to cancel the registration of this particular person in front of you, and now you will notice that we do not have any registrant. Coming back to Pabbly Connect and clicking on this button, and then I am waiting for the response to be received, and here you can notice the response is received, which is saying that the status is approved. So going back to my GoToWebinar application, and let me first refresh the registrant section, and I'm really expecting that the contact should be created into my GoToWebinar software. Alright, so this is the registration section, and here you can see we have one registrant once again with the same details. Okay, so the email address is same, that is demo@pabblytuts.com. The registrant date is also same, basically the registration date, and here we have the first name and last name as demo user and demo user. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that our automation is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards, once you will create this automation in Pabbly Connect, what will happen? Every time any person will submit your form which you have created in systemname.io, the same person will be registered as a registrant into our GoToWebinar application. Okay, and in order to automate this process, you need to create this automation just once. After that, you can sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. Okay, and just in case if you want to access this 2-step automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach this link into my description box. So simply click on that link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access the same workflow inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.